Hi guys, welcome to this session in LibreOffice Calc. In this module, I want to show you how the SUMIF function works. So on the screen, I have a list of dates, locations, duration, and students. What I want to know is if I look down this list and find, for example, C&A retailers, I want the students to be added up. So a SUMIF function is like a qualified sum. It's not just sum everything, only sum it if it matches up with criteria. And the criteria in this case is going to be in cell G1. Now I'm going to do it in this cell, but what I want to do is name these ranges first. So if I click on column C and just call that location, and then I'll show you what will happen or what you have to do if you don't name a column, and I'll call that one students. So they're named all the way down, so anything get added on at the bottom will be picked up. So in here, I'm going to do the SUMIF function. So equals SUMIF, open the bracket. Now it asks you for the range, then the criteria, and then what to sum. So the range is location. So look down location, comma. What am I looking for? I'm looking for what's in cell G1 in this first example, comma. When I find C&A retailers in location, I want to add up students. Close the bracket, click the tick, and you get 27. Now because I've used names, I can pull that across and it will automatically fill in BHS 18, Skyway 15, etc. Now if I didn't name it, I would have to do it like this. So if you're not into names, you'll have to do this. Equals SUMIF, open the bracket, highlight the range you want to look down. So this is just going to be this list, just to the bottom there, comma. I can still type G1 for C&A retailers, that's okay. If I didn't have a table like this at the top, I would have to put C&A retailers inside quotes. But I have got a table, so that's okay, comma. And then I would have to highlight this one. Now these two lists that you highlight, down to 25, C25 and E25, have to be the same height. Now for this to work, let me just tick that one first off. I get the same answer, but this is where it's going to go awry. When I pull that across, I'm getting zeros because if I click on that 0, you can see there that it's moving across to column D instead of C, and that's moving to F instead of E. So what I need to do if I'm going to do this method is I need to be highlighting column C, and if I can get there, and I need to $sign it. I might have to just $sign that, not G1, and then $sign the E. I'm doing the F4 key to do that. So that's $signed the G. The G1 is also $signed. I don't want that $signing, so get that off. So you can press the F4 key to remove the $signs. I've pressed it 3 times to get that off. So you only want the columns to be $signed, so that looks okay. I'll tick that. Same answer, but now when I pull that across, because I've $signed it, I will get the same answer as I did when I named it. So in my view, naming it is the quickest way of doing it. Then you don't have to mess about like I just did with the $signs. And when you look at that formula, I call that an ugly formula. Pretty, ugly, pretty. In my mind, there's no doubt in which is the best way to do it. But that's totally up to you, personal preference. But that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the SUMIF function to pull conditional information so you can then add it up. So hopefully this little video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.